Hi guys, I want to send you guys some love and good energies. It's been a minute since I've been on here. I just wanted to say hi to you guys and to send you guys some good vibes. We're getting ready for that Cancer new moon, which is so strong right now. So we've recently shifted into Cancer season on the solstice. However, as the sun and moon are preparing to align tomorrow in Cancer, we're getting a double dose of that sign. Every time we kind of move through an element, it brings up different experiences and lessons. So we have a lot coming up right now around family stuff, a lot of past stuff coming up as we're moving in through some of these energies. So these energies may be triggering old memories to surface, things to come up. And as we're moving through our journey of life, sometimes it can take so long and time and different cycles to really see things clearly. So these energies are bringing up old things, but with a new perspective where it may have taken you this long to kind of see things from a higher view in your own life or from a higher perspective. This Cancer new moon is bringing us that higher perspective or that higher view right now as we're able to tap in and tune in and see more. There's a lot of emotions that are both surfacing. So we have a lot going on within the body as we're recalibrating to new frequencies. We're being bombarded with so many energies right now. So that's why it's triggering things and stirring things up, especially when it comes to our body, our nervous system, how we have processed traumas in the past and how they may be surfacing now within this ascension as these energies are pulling everything to the surface so that we can, move more fully into our healing or move more deeply into our healing right now. So with this Cancer new moon, we have a lot coming up around families, and then maybe you're seeing a higher perspective or seeing more of things that are issues or, things to be working on right now too. A lot happening with the emotional right now. Emotions are running high right now. You guys want to be clearing your energy too. And this is how I got into energy healing work. I talk about my story all of the time. I endured, a lot of different things very early on in my life. It gave me a lot of anxiety from the trauma that I had been through. I spent a long time trying to, get help for these things in a third dimensional system. And it really wasn't working for me. And so, I was taught a lot of bad habits too, and kind of masking up these deeper issues and traumas and how to kind of get by in life in a very negative kind of way. And this is what has gotten me into the type of healing work that I'm into now. So obviously I do energy healing work, but it's the only thing that worked for me in my lifetime in trying to heal some of these things that may have come out of deeper issues. So a lot of times we're getting the side effects. A lot of you guys may have been through a lot of trauma, and we know that there is such a correlation between any type of abuse, emotional abuse, anything like that, narcissistic abuse in our body, our nervous system. So what happens is sometimes we get caught up in toxic dynamics. And right now we're all breaking through a lot of toxic dynamics within the family units, where the third dimensional family unit is kind of like not working anymore. And we're being guided into a higher paradigm of love when it comes to how we're parenting and the family unit right now. So we have a lot kind of coming up, and there's such a correlation between our nervous system and how we're feeling and how we're processing things. So a lot of times we're not feeling good in a past situation, and then it's like, oh, well, maybe that's an issue with how you're feeling. There's going to be so much coming to the surface right now over the next few days because we have a lot of feelings surfacing. It's important that we are not trying to ignore any feelings that are arising, especially where we're at with the ascension process. Over the next couple of weeks, if you guys do have heavy stuff coming up, and I do too, what I found is that energy healing, clearing your energy is going to help so much. So I'm writing a book, so I've been kind of digging around in a lot of old family stuff, which I probably shouldn't be, but I was kind of looking at it. I was given some pictures of my mother that I've been asking for like photos for like years, right, of myself from my childhood, and really didn't get them, but for whatever reason I did like a Sikhem event with a group, and we were kind of connecting with the other side and our loved ones, and then the next day I got some photos of her. So it brought up a lot of like heavy stuff where last night I literally had to cry, and there's like so much kind of coming out to the surface, knowing that you're being supported. A lot of times you guys have not been supported in your families because they're toxic, or there's a toxic dynamic to them, and maybe not even in your immediate family. It could have been from generations back, where we're clearing things. No matter what the dynamic, know that you're loved and so supported in the spirit world. So the amazing thing is when I'm purging this stuff out, I get the most beautiful message back, and My mother had died the night of 9/11. Technically it's the 12th, but I'll always remember it as the 11th because it was that day, unrelated to, you know, the stuff that happened over there in New York. But so a lot of times in my lifetime, I've gotten a lot of like different angel messages through. 9/11 is a number that has been following me around lately. And so I always think of her when I see that number code. I get a lot of different synchronicities, you know, whether it's 555, 1111. But this one, obviously, I always am kind of connecting and take it as a direct message from her. So I'm upset last night and something amazing happened. You know, one of my friends can sense it and comes and finds me, and that was beautiful in itself too, because, you know, maybe there are people that have been ignoring you. That's a big one going on right now. Maybe ignoring you or acting like you don't exist or not seeing you in some type of way. But pay attention to the special souls that are around you, that are seeing you, that are also kind of into the same kind of thing. So she did find me, and then back to back I got that angel number, and of course it makes me feel a lot better, because this life, my lessons have taught me, and you know, this woman especially has taught me so much about the natures of energy, life and death, the afterlife. So in a lot of ways, I might have thought these people just kind of go away and they disappear, but no, they're going somewhere else. And you know, a lot of times we are still connecting. So right now we also, with this Cancer new moon, have so much spirit coming through. Like I've been getting overloaded the past few days with all of the spirit messages that are coming through too. And I'm seeing it everywhere too, where I'm seeing a lot of people are maybe thinking of their loved ones right now in spirit. They're missing them. And you know, that is part of the connection that is happening too, as we're becoming more spiritually attuned and more spiritually aware. We're connecting with these people. And I had someone in my family say, you know, they've been trying to get a message through from her and they haven't. Sometimes the messages are when you're thinking of them. Like literally you could just be thinking of them, connecting with them, missing them. So a lot of times when I was first connecting, it would make me kind of sad. There's different ways that we're kind of picking up on it. And so, you know, a lot of that, what we're learning is that we are something so much different. We're consciousness that changes form, and that we're going to continue to shift, and that when we do die, we just lose the physical body. And we've become disconnected. And, you know, we talk about sometimes that's why the magic isn't so strong on the planet, that the more that we're connected with where we come from, our family line and our ancestors, more connected to the other realm, the stronger the magic is, because it is that spirit connection that is so powerful. Having your loved ones guide you while you're still here on the planet and they're in spirit is such a powerful gift. It's so powerful to be connecting in that way too. So, you know, we have such a connection happening right now. That's because of the solstice. Things are still wide open right now. So we're able to connect on such a deeper level too. And so a lot of times we're just having messages come through. You could be thinking about them. You could be getting information. It's taken me a whole lifetime to begin to even really understand a lot of like the healing and deeper things. Like I couldn't even see some of the things too that had happened or that I'd been through, and it took me so long. And you know that I've been on a lifelong path of healing this entire life, and so that's what we're being guided into too. A lot of our traumas are being caused by other people and the connections around us, or they have been in the past too. And that's why it has never been more important that we become more aware and more conscious of how we are affecting other people. And that's one of the ways that we learn and grow. And, you know, a lot of times we've been taught to be separate from these experiences. I think it is so shocking that we could see, or anyone could see someone suffering or in pain and just ignore it, or pretend they don't notice and go back to what they're doing. I know that we're all one. We're all interconnected. We're actually the same experience playing out on different levels. And so what that means is that every person here is either your future or your past life. The fun part of it is we don't know. If you have a chance to help someone, to save someone, right, to make their life better in any type of way, if someone is reaching out to you for help or for assistance and you see a way that you can help, make sure that you are. You don't know at what point those experiences are going to ricochet back to you as well too. So in a lot of ways right now, you know, we're being guided into a new way of coming together right now. Cancer is amazing for community and healing the community. It's also a water element that is going to help us with clearing the emotions. There's so much emotions coming up, and so a lot of times we don't go into the healing because we're kind of taught to ignore it and things like that. and it's very important that we're going into the healing. So we have to allow this stuff to surface. Now, I think the challenge is doing that in a good space, right? A lot of times this is where the healers come in to assist you too and to guide you with clearing and healing things energetically. So right now, if things are coming up, be gentle with yourself. You are literally shaking off a million years of conditioning right now. And, and it's important that we're kind of shaking that off, reprogramming ourselves through staying positive. I don't know about you guys, but I woke up with a really negative mindset and a lot of anxiety. Through me shifting my mindset to trying to stay more positive and being more aware of my internal voice and working on it and doing all of this inner work, it's made my experience a lot better as well too. Be mindful if you are being critical of yourself right now, not being supportive, tearing yourself down in spaces that you should be building yourself up. These are things that are coming to the surface within these Cancer energies. I'm going to be doing Cancer new moon meditation I saw tomorrow. So we go ahead and we meditate twice a month. I'm always trying to get you guys to do it too. Make sure you guys are doing the inner work. It's going to make you feel a lot better. And Friday I have a how to read the Egyptian cartouche class up. This is actually an energy healing system as well too. So you are attuned, and it's mostly, and the deck is made up of obviously the elements and different gods and things like that. So it's actually an Egyptian tarot system too, but it was much more than a divination system. It was used as a healing system and a way to connect with Egyptian magic and to connect with the gods. So, really awesome too. We're going to be learning how to read the Cartouche Friday. I've put together a really nice class for that. So I have that going on Friday. You guys can always find anything on my site. You guys got to go to my website and sign up if you guys do need me. I do readings, I do healings, and all sorts of work on there like activations, but you guys do got to sign up on my site, and I always have the links on everything as well too. So we have a lot of family stuff coming up. This could be old family stuff. It could be relationship things coming up or surfacing, how your relationship is making you feel. I'm going to put it out there too, that if you guys are in any type of, situation that is not healthy for you, not good for you, it's taking a toll, make sure that you guys are getting away from any toxic situations right now. I know it's so hard, but make sure that you're being mindful of your connections right now, especially the ones closest to you. So if you are struggling in these areas, it could be old stuff, like I said, current relationships, stuff like that. No, there's a lot of stuff coming up right now. And then if we kind of follow the guidance, it makes it easier. Make sure you're following the guidance. Someone was like asking me, like, what are you doing? What are you moving? And I'm like, everyone has different stuff going on. It's so important. So how do we know? Like a lot of times we're talking about maybe, we're not as tuned in as we could be in different kind of ways. Read the signs too. So you could get this really good idea that you want to do something in your life with something. Is the universe aligning with it? Are you seeing good signs? Sometimes you think of a good idea and you get like an angel number back or some type of sign of a deeper alignment as well too, to let you know that you're on the divine path. Make sure that you're staying aware that we're going through a big shift in consciousness right now. We're being completely taken out of the third dimension in every way that we know it. People are shedding a lot of old beliefs, old ideas, jobs, relationships. We have such big changes that are happening on the planet, and this can be a really hard transition that we're going through too. So just being mindful that we're all going through a lot of changes right now. Be a little bit more kind if you're able to. And I'm sending you guys so much love and good energies. I am here if you guys need me today for healing. You guys just book it on my site. Have a beautiful day.